Be clear in your mind in what you intend to achieve. Know what you are going to do. That doesn't seem like too much to ask.
I want you to stop playing the victim. You are not the victim. You decided that those are your friends. You decided that those are the people that you want to spend time with. You decided this is what you wanted to do with your day. When you get invited to places, doesn't mean you have to show up, especially if you know what your experience is going to be like with these people.
Your tongue is the rudder for your life. Next time you're tempted to say something negative about yourself, your future, your finances, zip it up. Don't steer yourself toward defeat. Say not, you're too young. Say not, you can't accomplish your dreams. God wouldn't have given them to you if you weren't well able.
You know, can I tell you something? If you really want to be successful, you gotta have a lot of dog in you. Because life ain't fair. Life is hard, man. It is not fair. Like you have happen to you that just, you go, man, why this happened? Because life ain't fair. But life ain't fair to nobody. You just gotta fight through, man. You gotta bite back sometime. It's like haters. When you get haters, people's opinion of you is none of your business. I have lots of haters. They on the internet all the time. But who are they though?
I know what's happening. I know who I am. I know what my intentions are. I know my heart. And more importantly, God knows my heart. So for it to appear to be this, appear to be that, and then you running around saying whatever you're saying about me, that's fine. You have a job to do. You're bored. You have nothing going on in your life, so you focused on my life.
How I was growing as a leader and the change that was happening within me. And I stopped asking the question, how long will it take? And I started asking the question, how far can I go? Everything changed that day. You can set goals and have 5-year goals, whatever. But I changed from a goal mindset to a growth mindset.
Discover that you are important to the human race. You are important to the world. You are important to your universe. First of all, your attitude got to be right. Then you must marry that to attributes. Then you got to marry that to aptitude. That means now you got to educate and train those gifts. That's why you read, study, and go to school, for your aptitude to be increased. Your altitude means you got to change the level of associations you are in.
Most people never take the time to take an inventory about their thoughts. Yet our thoughts control our world. Our thoughts are like magnets. They literally draw towards us that which we obsess about.
Here's how to really cash in on this year. Number one, get serious. Life is serious. Somebody asked me one time if I had a good description of life. I said, yes, I think I've got a good one. Life is the struggle to keep death at a respectable distance. Right? Death seems to want to move in prematurely. If you want to live a good, long, flourishing life, you got to push back. You can't just give in. You got to push back.
And so most people never take the time to analyze what they think about. The most successful people I know are the most self-aware, meaning they're aware of what they do and they're also aware of what they think. They're aware of how they're perceived. Average person, you and I, have about 75,000 thoughts a day rattling around in this thing we call our brains and our minds, 75,000 of them. The crazy thing is 91% of those thoughts are identical to the previous day and are identical to the day before that and the day before that.
That's how you develop yourself. When you're working on a dream, at some point in time, a transition takes place. And the transition is what you are becoming in pursuit of the dream. Because even if you don't get the dream, you become such a strong and powerful person. It will so change your life, you can look at something else and say, well, I think I'll go do this then. Because you've now developed yourself in such confidence and such competence in how to deal in the arena of life that you can move into another area and not miss a beat.
If you give up, you know exactly what's going to happen. Nothing. But if you can just manage to wake up tomorrow and just see what tomorrow brings. If it don't bring what you want tomorrow, if you can wake up one more day and see what tomorrow brings. Because here's the one thing about it. The reason God wakes you up in the morning is because he still has something for you.
But here's what I'm asking you to do. You be the master of worry. Drive it into a small corner. Don't let it loose. And I'm asking you to go home with some new faith and some new courage. I'm asking you, don't worry. Drive it into a small corner. We've all got concerns, and sometimes we all wonder, and sometimes there's a little crack of doubt. We worry a little, but I'm telling you, drive it into a small corner. Drive your worries into a small corner.
So what if you could program your mind that the blue Hondas of your life are your goals, your dreams, and your visions? And the way we do that is repeated thinking, looking at our goals, visualizing them, seeing them over and over again.
Philosophy. Those that do the work get the pay. A philosophy that commits itself to having the finest no matter what it costs. That kind of philosophy. I'm asking you to develop your own personal philosophy. Get your business philosophy going. Get your financial plan going. Don't violate the conclusions of your own philosophy by not executing and taking action. But that's number 2, get smart.
Your smartphone you check about 400 times a day. The most important thing you could do is on your screensaver program the thoughts that would serve you. That gives you 400 triggers a day. Every time you pick up this phone, you're looking at your blue Hondas. You're looking at what's most important to you. And what happens is when you put that down, the RAS begins unconsciously to help filter into your existence the people, the places, the conversations, the things that will help you materialize that space you've created with the thought. It fills it with the furniture of your life, the furniture of the people, places, and things.
See, there's some good out there for you in the universe that has your name on it, and nobody can get your good. It has your name on it. They can't take your stuff. It's your stuff. So when you know that whatever you're seeking, it's also seeking you. You don't run scared. You don't think somebody's going to take it from you. You listen to your inner voice, and you always take the high road. There will be the tendency, the natural inclination to take the low road. You must resist that.
The seat of the will is the conscious and the subconscious mind. That's where the will lives. It lives in the heart. Your heart is your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is the seat of control for your life. Then you got 2 minds, conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Sub means below. So you got a mind that is always conscious, but then you got a mind beneath that is not always conscious, but it's deeper and more important than your conscious mind.
Get better. There isn't any of us that can't get better. So turn on this whole idea of personal development and personal growth. That was what my teacher shared with me that changed my life. Starting a few steps from here at that convention. For things to get better, you got to get better. Don't ask for it to change out there. Ask for you to change here. Don't ask for a more favorable wind. We call that naive. Don't ask for better seed, better soil. This is the only planet you got. Just ask that you can get wiser and stronger and better and be able to take care of your own responsibilities.
As you grow up and get older, you start realizing what actually makes sense for your life and what don't make sense for your life. You may revisit the things that don't make sense for your life occasionally sometimes, but that's when you decide that you want to have that moment. You hold on to things that don't make sense for the new season of your life, but because you actually know them, because you're comfortable with it, because you're used to them, because they may know all of your business and your secrets. You hold on to dead weight. People are in your life for a reason. Other people are there for a season. But it's important to recognize when people's seasons are over. But for the most part, because I grew up with my brothers and sisters, doesn't mean that we're actually going to walk in the same path. Because I have my friends that I grew up with doesn't mean that we're going to move and walk and have our lives, family, mind state, career choice, the way we think, the way we move, moving in the same direction.